the coolest frequency or internet application frequency wherever we're moving to in terms of where radio is going. It's the future. And I'm so happy to be here. My name's Dillaman Watts, and this is an amazing show called Women Who Build. It's built around amazing power women in society by the name of Edith Nakawala Chisanga. And she's a Zambian education advocate and community leader with a proven track record in grassroots development. She's a founder of a community school that has served families in Siavonga for several years, reflecting her long-standing community commitment to education, youth empowerment, and sustainable development. Through her work, Edith champions collaborative leadership, believing that meaningful progress is achieved by listening to communities, empowering young people, and building partnerships that extend beyond borders. As a host of Women Who Build, which is our amazing podcast, which she's partnered with Flatline Radio, a youth-based business, which just shows her commitment to youth development. She brings together global women leaders, as well as our amazing guest today, who's a double Grammy Award winner in Robin Hogarth, together to share practical insights that can be applied to a local context across Africa and the global South. So guys, welcome to Women Who Build. Edith, how are you today?
I'm okay. I've had a long day. I just came in the house now. I just arrived home, but tired, but I'm okay.
This is the life of somebody that is taking over the world, isn't it? So I could imagine what the long days are. I could imagine how tired you are, but I hope you're excited to be here today, because this is another great. This is another amazing edition of Women Who Build, which is your show. It's built around you and your amazing work. You've had this is Women's Day in Zambia. Tell us about that first of all.
About my about Women Who Build in Zambia. Well, first of all, I'm aspiring to be a member of parliament this year, 2026, a member of parliament. So already I'm trying to change lives of women by showing them the way that women do not just belong in the kitchen, they belong outside the kitchen as well. And also I want to inspire younger girls so they can look up to me and say, wow, she did it, we can also do it. We can lead the nation, and we can actually have a voice on governing the country, even the world at large. So I'm a principal. I have a community school. I have children from the age of from grade 0 up to grade 7, 157 students now, which is, I think it's so far so good. And well, yeah, I'm also running a lodge right here in Siavonga, so I'm doing a lot of things. I'm busy all the time. But I love it. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I know that you're busy all the time, because we were supposed to have this show yesterday, but you were just too busy with your campaign, your family life and everything, which is actually phenomenal. And we're just so glad that we could actually have this show with you today and let it be a continual build up and value add to who you're shaping to be as a public figure as well. And I think it's just also important to know that Women Who Build is an amplified voice firstly for women, and secondly for men that want to get behind women that are really doing great things, that understand that the difference. I mean, we don't only need to look at Donald Trump for leadership. Why can't we be looking at somebody like Edith, like, wow, this might be a better solution. It might be more unity, more peace, more economically friendly, more environment. It could be so much better on so many levels. So this is what excites me about the show, Edith. And and you know what's interesting is we missed your show last night. Well, you were too busy, obviously.
I need to apologize. Sorry on that one. I need to apologize.
You don't, because we support what you actually being busy for. So that's, I must say that from my side. And myself and Robin actually ended up having a conversation, actually maybe preparing ourselves for today's show a little bit, which was quite interesting, you know, and talking about the great things that you got going on and the value that could be put around all those things as a result of what the show could be. So without me going in and taking over and saying too much, I want to also just introduce our guest. But actually, first of all, I'm going to actually play a song so that we can just get to the music. And guys, why I'm playing this song is because our show is about independent African artists from all over the continent, not only specifically South Africa. We want to hear music from artists all over the continent, honestly. And guys, if you want your music played on our show, all you have to do is email your track, send all the details to musicflatline@gmail.com or info@flatlinemusic.co.za, and you'll definitely get played like all the artists that's gonna be played on today's show. And please just send all the proper details. Send your more details is better than less, because this is an independent platform, so you never know who's listening. It's in 52 countries and growing, so there could be somebody across the world that has everything that they want to invest in you and see you get somewhere, and that could be your breakthrough. So guys, I think it's just a matter of taking every opportunity to get your music out there seriously, and this is what the Flatline Music stands for, the number one plug for the independent Africa to the world. We want to be able to take the best of what is Africa's offering to the absolute top of the world, and that you have to help us do that at the end of the day. So guys, the better that you can send everything, the better that we can play it. So today we're going to start off with a song that actually Robin had a huge influence on. You know, this song is called Rafiki. It was a song that we did with a bunch of artists from all over the continent. We're like a pop.
I know Rafiki.
Oh wow! That's phenomenal. That it's already gone that far. And we this is something that we were promoting, Youth for Human Rights. So I'm gonna play the song, and then obviously we're gonna get to our guest Robin Hogarth and let the show keep going. Guys, you're hanging out on Flatline Radio. Let's go.
So this one came all the way from the other side of the world, and we had to just tell the rest of the world what it's all about to come back together. My name's Edith Nakawala Chisanga.
Yeah, kidole kimoja kivunji chawa. Sawa rafiki, yeah, mwambie mwenzio lete madili mtani, usilete madawa. Sawa rafiki, yeah, mwambie mwenzio
Nguvu za vijana kama nguvu za ndovu wapasuaye miti. Sawa rafiki, haki zetu twazitaka, marufuku kwa uwadhi wa mimba. Acha
Kichima son, ungapeli moyo son. Kichima son, ungapeli moyo son. A human rights, ungapeli moyo son. Kichima son, ungapeli moyo son.
A better place this world would be. We're all in this game, can't you see? We're all a part of this family tree. UNITED, a better place this world would be. We're all in this game, can't you see? We're all a part of this family tree.
Waiting be your own, now your own. See, I know my right like daily. Waiting for my own. Now who the care for my own?
As you see me so, omo na to flex. All the waka waka got turn on to bread. When you see me soft, sitting on my throne, na me be Buga King get chilling on my zone.
Do my land, someone on the hello. Do my land with love, God. The freezer on steez on church, sweets, flexes.
Isetava pachanga kwene vakukumba yai kutupika kwenga nanga uli kutuona chala. Cause I'm the best and they don't wanna listen, so I guess they dying stuff.
Light up their candles, pray hard, talk to my God. Talk, tell him what you really chasing. You got that thing is in your heartbeat. You gotta keep fighting, you gotta push the struggle.
T.E.P. a better place this world would be. We're all in this game, can't you see? We're all a part of this family tree. U.N.I.T.E.P. a better place this world would be. We're all in this game, can't you see? We're all a part of this family tree.
I did my own, no my right, you want to test my faith. Give me space, see me shine, watch me go my way. Running with the runners, we far away. I'm only with the runners, we all the way.
Kama makata kena ni khata basetan. Bani mo baka ba bulet gore batla mkenya dilo. Ditogo tsa ya phatsima go tswa Africa borwa. Dumelang sambonani, dumelang sambonani.
Right now, we can see it better. We're fighting to make it better. Yeah.
Welcome back to it, guys. You're hanging out on Flatline Radio, and that song was Rafiki. Like I said, we have our awesome guest that had a part to play, our double Grammy Award winner guest in Robin Hogarth here today on Women Who Build. That was Rafiki. It was representing South Africa in a Freezy on Steezy. Bongs in South Africa. It had Booger King from Nigeria. It had Dabana from Nigeria. We had our engineer from Malawi, myself from Zambia, also still representing South Africa. So just waving all these African flags. Robin Hogarth, please welcome to the show. The floor is yours. This is Women Who Build.
Well, thank you so much for those kind words and for playing some music like that. I think I've known Dillerman for a while, and of course, we are we're very into the music. And what's amazing, my passion has always been music, but what brings me here and brought me to that track and some other places is that by a stroke of luck, I was born in London, and I was brought up on English music, I guess, rock music, folk music, and so on. But I wanted to get into film and TV music. And lo and behold, the first person that I worked with and then did many TV series with was doing TV series in a lot of different African communities. So I went from Zulu to Xhosa to Sotho, then Angola, and then Mozambique. And I found out very soon that I really needed to understand the communities behind these areas. And then along with my wife, we were doing a lot of projects which would be big building projects to do with art and music. And lo and behold, I ended up, because it was part of my background, doing a lot of workshops in impoverished communities. So, Edith, what you're talking about and so on, they would be schools and school kids and teachers and stuff like that. And we would teach them something about the art that we were involved in, perhaps the music or the poetry, just a little bit about it. And then they would get introduced to an artist like myself or someone else and learn to do some art. And they could earn some money and get some recognition from the projects that were happening around their schools. And it taught me a great deal about what Africa is about. You know, what is most amazing, and the most amazing thing about the music side is that no matter the problems which Africans face all around the world, Zambia included, they remain, if I was to generalize, incredibly positive about life. And the one thing they will do is sing, dance, and do their thing. And although this sounds like, well, it's just music, but it isn't really. It's got, as you would know, it goes very deeply into the cultures involved. And to the extent that I understood that and understood where the cultures were coming from, that extent I succeeded. So I won Grammys with the Soweto Gospel Choir. But part of that journey was me understanding what an African choir does, how to record it, and what they're talking about. And that impinged on an international level and has continued to do that. So just to add the other side of things, of course, I have 4 grandchildren, and the 2 oldest are both girls, and the eldest now is 28. She's a university graduate from the UK. And funnily enough, also a teacher. That's what she loves doing. But she got inspired by a TV program all about, I think CSI, all about how you what's that called? Forensic science. Anyway, and she's very scientific and she knows a lot about this. But it's very interesting. She's 28, and I can remember being of an age when I thought 28 was very old. I only happen to be quite a bit older than that now. But it's got me to understand more about the fabric of society. Of course, Edith, you where you are, the role of a woman in society in general is incredible, because they are the mothers and there are no other mothers, and they become the teachers and they nurture the civilization into the future. So when Dillerman told me about what you do, funny enough, I might have mentioned to you that the first place in Africa I was in was Zambia. And I went to Lusaka Boys. I went to a number of schools. And so I got to understand more about Africa just through the way that I then grew up. Of course, still was English and the whole British colonial thing, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff to think about. But it is the women who drive, I do believe, the future. If we didn't have women, we would have nothing. And I admire what you're doing, and what I've heard from you and John makes total sense. And when Dillerman told me about it, I said, well, whatever I can do to help. And funnily enough, I didn't get into the music business to win Grammys. And when I first won Grammys, I thought, oh, well, that's nice, you know. And then I remember a very good friend of mine in America kicking me and said, don't make it sound like it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. And you know why it is a big deal? Not because I'm a celebrity and whatever may come from that, but because from that position, you can do something meaningful about things. And whatever way I can, like the song that Dillerman just played was not just a song, it's Youth for Human Rights. A lady called Mary Shuttleworth, who lives in Los Angeles, is a very good friend of mine. And they handle things like child trafficking, which is actually the biggest human rights abuse there is in the world. So things like this do something meaningful, I believe, to help get people on board with the idea that we can create a better world. And that's enough for me to say for right now.
Yeah. Well, and also you know, the other thing I'm doing right now is if we can have a man on board, but what I mean is our brothers, our husbands, especially our husbands. John is 100% support of me doing in all this. So if other women too had their husbands support them in trying to make a change, in trying to voice out in this world, it would be so much better for those couples to raise their daughters in a way that the daughters will know that in life, I can be this, I can be that, and I can govern the country and the world at large. Our girls need to know that, especially here in Zambia. As you can see in Parliament, there's only 20% of women in there or less, which is not right.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all men. And when we went to Parliament today as an exercise, they took all of us aspiring female MPs to just watch and see how it goes there. And I'm looking at that place, there's only 4 women and the rest are men.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
one of my girlfriends there says, another woman that was running says, this is not right. It should be 30% of women in there. I said, no, you're also wrong. It should be 50-50. Why not? Half of the population in Zambia is 50%. And why should we
This.
No worries.
That's
look, I'm just in a look. Okay, you've seen.
we all say hello. Hello.
Say hello.
Mommy, who is this?
Okay, it's okay. Yeah, that's Robin, and this is Kunda. Okay.
What's
Hello.
up? What's up?
Yeah. Okay. So, and then let me carry on, sweetheart. I'm in a meeting. Okay. Let me carry on. There you go. Good.
10 minutes.
Yeah. So, then
Mommy, I want to show something.
okay, I'll give it to you in a minute. Okay. So anyway, like I was saying, so I told my friends in there, I said, no, it should be 50-50. Why not? Why would you even be scared even to say the 30%? I feel women should be in parliament, 50% should be women, because half of the population of Zambia is 50%. And the most people that vote in this country are women and the youth. The men, sometimes they talk, but they hardly vote. They're always busy when that time comes to vote. You know.
No,
anyway,
no.
let me not go on about that. My observation.
Before we deliberate this interesting conversation, I just want to highlight the fact of this is like Edith. This is Women Who Build, and it's about highlighting amazing women. And what I like that you said was couples coming together and raising kids properly. You know, I think that's a really, really important thing. I think it's a big thing that we're losing in communities. People not really realizing that the foundation at home is like a real foundation for the rest of people's lives, you know. And it takes a super person to see that. So the next song we're gonna play is from the Disciples, and this one's called Superwoman. Let's go.
Oh woman, my superwoman, my exceptional woman, my thoughtful woman. Oh woman, my beautiful woman, my attentive woman, my gallant woman. Efficient souls, 50-25. I'll say, husbands, love your wives.
Hilarious. Women we said, when I get no call. Monagagano, a superwoman in Zambia, a superwoman for Malawi, a superwoman Nigeria, doing it with love, half a yananya. Nzansi, Makagene,
Ematot. Yegelanu kula la bafasi bitch. Yegelanu crepe bafasi bitch. Yegelan. Ematot. Yegelanu crepe bafasi bitch. Yegelanu kula la bafasi bitch. Ain't it super, my woman? How me no gonna yam nga. And yap tanda my babe. Yap tanda. No, Lord in my name. I ain't gonna kill that woman. Never. I ain't gonna rape that woman. Lord in my name.
My superwoman, my exceptional woman, my thoughtful woman. Oh woman, my beautiful woman, my attentive woman, my gallant woman. Efficient soul, 50-25. I'll say. Husbands, love your wives.
Never underestimate the power of a woman.
Never ever do that.
She carries so much because she is chosen.
She's a chosen one. Superwoman flying with a cape. Superwoman way above the fake. Superwoman gave birth to me. She gave birth to me.
She loving too much, she caring too much.
Too much.
She giving too much, sacrificing too much.
Shout out to the queen, she put us in the greatest place. Like Africa's greatest lakes. The kingdom is at stake. We gotta take our place.
She's strong when she walks. Swift. Bold when she talks. Swift.
Can't put my hands on a woman, no. What would you do if it was your blood?
Oh woman, my superwoman, my exceptional woman, my thoughtful woman. Oh woman, my beautiful woman, my attentive woman, my gallant woman. Efficient soul, 50-25. I'll say. Husbands, love your wives.
Hey, and you're hanging out on Flatline Radio, guys. It's Flatline Radio _ on all social media. I'm your boy Dillaman Watts. It's at Dillaman Watts on all socials if you want to get it connected and in touch with me. I'm hanging out. This is Women Who Build, such an exciting new show about pillars in society that are just doing amazing things, that are, going against the grain and changing the norm and just changing the situation around them and just changing the situation at large. And that's why we have Edith Chisanga here with us, who's aspiring to change Siavonga and change Zambia and just impact the whole of the SADC Africa, which is we're so excited to just get behind, because at Flatline Radio we believe in the people that believe they're crazy enough to change the world. That's just natural thing about us, and we just appreciate being able to collaborate with forward people, thinking people that just believe in themselves, that want to collaborate and want to create the new solutions for a better world. So I've known Robin Hogarth for a couple of years now. I had the pleasure of collaborating on Flatline Radio, and it's so great to come here and be on a platform like Women Who Build with Edith, and be able to bring two amazing people like this together that have so many like-minded touch points. So guys, Edith, I want to hand over to you first, and I know you're doing so much, and I can imagine it's crazy. And this was, I think, part of our conversation with Robin last night, and being like, how do we add value? How do we take a great thing already that is already moving and start to add parts around that? And I think maybe I'm handing over to you, Edith, first, to maybe say maybe some of the challenges that you're dealing with, before we could even talk about potential solutions or whatever that might be.
Sorry, I lost you there, but I'm back. Yeah.
I was saying, Edith, I wanted to hand over to you first, and before I gave it over to Robin to give his input and potential solutions. Maybe what are the type of challenges that you're dealing with?
Well, the challenges, also the school. I can say that I love running the school. I love the kids there. I just have two challenges. I have special needs, two special needs children. They need special attention, and I don't think my curriculum would, they need to be at some kind of a special school with some special teachers. So I'm trying to dig in and Google all that so they can have that, but it's sort of not working out. Now my challenge is I need to find a proper school for them, you know what I mean? But to break that bad news to the parents. Special needs, sometimes they get overwhelmed and they behave a bit funny, and maybe it's too much. Sometimes it's too much for them that there's a lot of kids around, or something is going on that I'm trying to understand. And anyway, that's not just so easy for me to tell the parents, look, I can't have your kids. We need to find a proper school or whatever. And then they...
You said that was the first thing, I think. Yes, we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
And also, I have 12 orphans that come there. It's my own doing. I felt that they shouldn't pay any money at all. Siavongas are not that wealthy people. So if somebody is an orphan, and can you leave the phone, please? Yeah. Anyway, my kids are just. Well, guys, really?
They want to be in on the act.
Yeah.
They're starting early.
Kali's media trained.
Yeah. And then there's 12 orphans there. So that's also a problem on my part, because they're not paying anything, it's also a challenge. But I love them being there. So I don't want it to come out like a complaint.
No,
it's just a concern.
No, but Edith, that's exactly what I was asking. Is like, okay, cool. What are the things that are the issues now? I mean, you 12 kids to take on as orphans is a big thing. You need support. Kids with special needs. I can imagine what that is in a space where there's kids that kids that don't have special needs are hard enough to handle. Without kids, so those are the realities. So that's what I appreciate you sharing that, because if there's anything that I would want this to result in terms of support, is like the real support that you need to make that sustainable. So over to you, Robin.
Yeah, and also that the kind of support I would love is maybe a volunteer teacher of a sort of special need, not really money, but a volunteer to teach my teachers to know how to teach them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because 100%. I might be given money, but still I won't know how to look after them. So I think the best.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I said even if you're not implementing the right thing, it doesn't make sense.
I'll be helped with money, but I need to teach my teachers to know how to. Maybe one of them,
100%. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Robin, do you want to step in there?
Completely left field, because I didn't know this was going to come up. My one youngest grandson is on the autistic spectrum in the UK.
Oh, wow.
And my daughter has been spent years trying to find the right school for him, the right teacher for him. And they have just done that. And it's a whole process. Obviously, we're talking about the UK, but the truth is that your average teacher in the UK doesn't know how to deal with that kind of thing. I mean, he, as a lot of these kids are, he's like a genius, but he's like in another world. He can write music, he writes film scripts, he puts together videos. He's 10 years old. He's absolutely amazing. But he has to operate in an environment which supports what he's doing. And the school he's gone to now, they have 3 pupils to 1 teacher. And they create a very friendly environment for these kids because, as you know, they have their own problems from a social point of view. And yet they have to also learn to interact with people. So I actually totally understand. I have no idea what the situation is in Zambia. Do you think this is this the kind of thing that might be in any school in Zambia? I don't know how many schools there are. Is it a widespread sort of problem, that kind of thing?
I think, well, there are teachers for that sort of thing. But I thought maybe some kind of curriculum of some kind. If I can know that, then I would, I think, pick it up from there. Really, is
Well, it's definitely something, you know, Dylan and I can look into to just see, you know, if there's something that can be done. I met someone today who works at where my wife's gallery is, and they deal with special needs children all the time. It's in Johannesburg, obviously. And she was explaining all the problems, and she showed me this beautiful space that they've organized for these kids so that they can have different things and games and things like that they can get involved with, which are pretty much unique to them, not the kind of thing you'd see in any school. But anyway, these people, and as well as my daughter, they're people that can maybe tell us something to see if we can help with Zambia. Certainly, I've made a note of it, and I'll see if I can help him in some way.
Yes, and I remember, Robin, you were also mentioning some potential material that you already had that could potentially be something that Edith could look at as added value and stuff that she
can do for the community. As I said to Dillerman, and in light of our conversation with John, I'm not really a fundraiser, although projects always need money and there's always something going. But what I am, this friend of mine who started a farm is actually German, or who helped with a farm and turned it from doing very badly into doing very, very well, has some administrative procedures which are very simple. But the thing about anything is you need to run it a bit like a business. In other words, you need to know who you're going to reach with an idea. I mean, what you're going to do, which I love at Siavonga and all of that, I mean, you are reaching the people of Siavonga with an idea, and they are going to, you know, hopefully elect you to put these ideas into effect. And they can't just be ideas. They obviously should be good, positive ideas. But there is, I'm in the music business, and I know a lot of artists and music guys don't understand that they are actually 1/7 of the whole thing if you're going to make money and reach people out of music. So what you're talking about your area and what you're trying to deal with, I can certainly perhaps help with some very simple procedures like this farming guy's using, and so on, not just in farming. Like in his farming thing as an example, he's been very, very clever. He has videoed every single step of the farming process in a way, like John was mentioning, how your material's all in English and no one reads, whatever. So this stuff gets past that by having practical hands-on videos of every step in the farming process, from finding the seeds to the planting, to the rain, to the water, all of those things. so that you can actually watch a video, and it's here in Africa, which will show you where to go. So whatever, what your husband was saying about Siavonga and the problem with the farming, that would be an example. I don't know if this guy that I'm talking about, a friend of mine, would be in a position to help in Zambia, but the basic procedures will be the same. And the same goes, like you're talking about the school and education. And because you run your own school, the amount of work that you have to figure out. How, like you're talking about money, like how do you raise money? How do you get money? That is a thing in school. If it's a rich school, rich people, they pay a lot of money to have private education or whatever the case may be. But however you do it, and when I'm working in communities, these poor communities have to solve the problem of how do they finance education. And is education important? It is vital. So, and that's basic education, reading, writing, arithmetic, stuff that you can get around life with and find out maybe how a computer works or how you're going to bank money or what you're going to do when you marry someone and have kids. These are things that actually do have some rules, basic rules in life. And if you don't know them, and I do believe that with your heart, you and John, the way you're going, I really do believe that you can put this across to your constituency, and get them excited about doing something, A, that works, B, is not like corrupt. It's actually there to really help the people. Yeah. And C, it works. You've got to obviously pilot it out. I don't know by any means anything you're facing, but that's where I'm coming from.
That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal, Robin, and we're running out of time fast, and I know there's a lot to ingest, but these are conversations that keep going. So this is Women Who Build, and we're going to play a track from the Runners.
Be calling all my Africans around the world. Yeah. What's the state of the African diaspora? Come home, come home. Wave your flag, no matter where you come from. Let's all pull together. Me Africans, Africa. Come home.
Another day, another season. To come together, make we reason. As an African guy, I the beside G. I dey wave my flag all the way, all the way. The beast done dey eat me. It's a national, it's something. All the way, I dey raise my flag all the way. Green, white, green.
Wave your flag, no matter where you come from. Let's all pull together. Oh, Africa. Wave your flag, no matter where you come from. Let's all pull together. Mama Africa.
I'm proud I was born black. Yeah. Standing still like I'm Nelson Mandela. Desmond Tutu, Imbi Batuta. Listen. Barack Obama, Jacob Zuma, George Mason, Alice Paul, Robin Mugabe, Marcus Garvey. Raising my flag so high. I go trend like Martin Luther King. We original. We black, strong and beautiful. Never forget fella Nicola Kokuti.
Wave your flag, no matter where you come from. Let's all pull together. Oh, Africa. Wave your flag, no matter where you come from. Let's all pull together. Mama Africa.
Yes, what? I'm blessed by waving my flag. I'm so I'm never going back. No cap, my mind is on swag. On that flag, I've been ready to run. Running with the runners, we're standing with superstars. You know it, let's unite. My brothers and sisters, my uncles, my aunts. We're family, right?
Wave your flag, no matter where you come from. Let's